Good morning, everyone. Apollo is there, as you can see. The whole crew.
Lima Alpha, good morning. For now, hold at point Neptune. Slot time starts in a bit less than 5 minutes from now.
Good morning, Roger. Holding Neptune, and for information, we request full length Lufthansa Lima Alpha.
Copy that. We might have a few items ahead of you via taxiway Kilo and November 1. So for now, hold Neptune.
Roger, Lima Alpha.
So Lufthansa ahead of schedule, being told to hold. Katie says back to the cows. Okay, the Lufthansa's not going anywhere for a minute, so hang on. Whoa, wrong zoo. Sorry. Wait. So at the moment there's two possible times XLV for the Amiri A330, 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So for those who aren't familiar, that is the cow we have named Apollo. Reminds me the markings of one of my old Huskies. That's right, Qantas XLR was delivered last night or early morning, Australia time. Arrived at 9:45 this morning, was watching it on SID Squad. Guido. So, for those of you wondering what's going on mobile, YouTube have introduced this new top participants thing. I can see there some people with more comments get ranked as to how active they were. Adrian, morning. Declan, GK Coach, Renee, Caroline, Astrid, Katie, Matthias, Julie, Sheila, Tony, ERB, Paul. Welcome along, everyone. So, having looked last night before I went to bed, or should I say early this morning before I went to bed, I saw a lot of the transatlantics are delayed today, so I pushed back the start time by an hour. Instead of 10 AM we went for 11 AM. We're going to have a lot of the heavy transatlantic traffic departing during the stream, and we hope or aim to wind up on the Qatar, the normal Qatar at half 3.
Just on 12 Bravo, taxi November 2, line up runway 28 right.
Right, just on 12 Bravo, thank you.
Actually, amendment to that, just on 12 Bravo, November 2, but hold short of runway 28 right. Lufthansa has just slot time just starting now, so hold short of 28 right on
Astrid,
November 2.
yep, we're on the north runway, and we are closer to the November taxiway than we normally are.
Alpha number 1, line up runway 28 right. November 1, lining up on the 2, right.
Stephen, morning Paul, sitting on the plane, waiting to depart, late due to new flight plan filed. That is FR 7133 or 30, I think, coming in from far away, isn't it? Half one.
One off, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Choose 28 take off, open up, Lima Alpha, ciao.
Terry, morning to you, and Martin, morning to you as well.
Gemstone 12 Bravo now, line up runway 28 right and wait. That's right and wait, Gemstone 12 Bravo, thank you. United 711, we'll need a moment, we're still waiting on our final weights before takeoff. Roger, United 711, good morning for now, hold point Neptune. Okay, for now, hold point Neptune, United 711. And Gemstone 12 Bravo, wind is 292 degrees, 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, see you later. To your right, Gemstone 12 Bravo, see you later.
So yes, we are on the roof of the van. That may create a little more wobble than we're used to. And we are, as you can see, we're on the older of the two cameras, a little bit more stable for when up this high and exposed to the wind.
711, while you're waiting for those final figures, you want to take the full length? Affirmative, United 711. Roger, United 711, November 1, line up, runway 28 right and wait, and call me when you're fully ready. Okay, November 1, line up, wait, 28 right, and we'll call when ready, United 711.
Welcome to the Spotters Club.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Requested taxi November 1, hold shuttle runway 28 right.
Patricia,
taxi
morning.
November 1,
Pam, morning to you.
Right, Shamak 105, morning.
Lego flights. Brian, morning. So that effect you see where the props look like they're stationary, it's where the RPM of the prop matches the shutter speed of the camera almost perfectly in this kind of sunlight, in and around the 2000 RPM, I imagine. Shutter speed about 1500, 1700 to compensate for the bright light. So yeah, as you can see, YouTube are making changes to the chat. I don't have a say in it, it's done automatically. This Top Fans has been introduced, all about promoting participation. You'll see on a couple of channels it's already happened, and it will on ours, I imagine. They're rolling out the @ handles. So when you're on YouTube and you're looking at your account,
the United's not ready yet.
A negative, Shamak 105.
Alright, hopefully won't be more than a few more minutes.
Thank you.
so when you're on YouTube and you're looking at your account, you have your username, which is what everyone sees in the chat, but you also have an @ handle, which can be edited in your account. That's basically what's going to be visible on YouTube going forward, the @ handle, and that's been introduced to allow the introduction of tagging on other devices than PC. So you're going to be able to tag people in chat using mobile, etc. That's why they're rolling out the @ spent the morning watching Heathrow. How would I know that? I don't know. So the camera is currently in full automatic mode. It will do what it has to do to compensate for the current conditions. Renee, they make everyone chat more, then the next thing they will probably charge you to chat. It's I think it's more they're trying to keep up with the likes of Twitch and the other streaming platforms where you can tag on any device, where at the moment you can only tag when you're on using a PC or Windows, etc., or on a laptop basically. So they want tagging to be available on all platforms instead of just PC and laptop users. Adrian, thank you very much. So Patricia, this is YouTube giving you a ranking or anking in relation to your participation on the channel, apparently.
You stop taxi. United 711, do you copy?
Adrian,
Yes, sorry.
much
United
appreciated.
711, we need
Gifted
to
5
stop here to make
memberships.
a phone call to our dispatch. Sorry. All right,
So-
if it's going to be a while, I'll need you to actually taxi on the runway and vacate on the other end, because I do have traffic behind you.
John
Before
Brett,
I
morning to you.
Copy that. Do you have a specific exit you want us to take off the runway? Affirm, United 711, enter runway 28 right, taxi along the runway and vacate with a left turn November 5 and left turn on Mike. Okay, taxi along 28 right, left turn November 5, then left turn back on Mike, United 711. Affirm, thanks for that, yeah. If by any chance you're ready in the next 20 seconds, let me know. Okay, we'll do, United 711.
So United are gonna taxi on the runway. They're not ready to depart. Something to do with figures not ready. Renee, thank you very much. Renee has just gifted 10 memberships. We're gonna get some grass cutting by the looks of it.
So United 711, vacating left turn by November 5 is the earliest point where you can vacate. So left November 5 with a left turn again on Mike. Okay, November 5 and then left on Mike, United 711, apologies.
So
don't worry, yeah, all good.
757, going to taxi down here to November 5 in front of us.
Right and wait.
Starting from me 28 right and wait, Shamak 105.
Dar, welcome back. UA 711 finally told move out of the way, so they're going to taxi down the runway here to November 5, back up the November taxiway, and join the queue again.
Good morning, taxi full length November 1, hold short of runway 28 right, you'll be following the heavy. Good morning, taxi full length 28 right and copy at Portugal over 2, 3 Victor. Ryanair 4 Foxtrot uniform, good morning, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 28 right. November 1, hold short runway 28 right, Ryanair 4 Foxtrot uniform.
Jilly says, have my rain gear ready. It's gone from lovely sunshine to tropical rainstorm and it's heading east. Oh, I see it, yeah. Fingers crossed. I have the umbrella here with me anyway. I don't have any of my rain gear on though. Qatar, congrats on 16 months. Now, they're going cutting grass in front of me. You know what's going to happen to me.
Left turn on Mike, short of runway 34, ground north. We'll have further for you to join the queue back. If you could report back to them on 125.85, and so if you could stay on Mike, short of runway 34 until you have the final figures. Okay. Yeah, copy that. So Mike, short runway 34, 125.885, and we'll stay over here until we have our final numbers at 711. Okay, from Seashore, big. Traffic 105, heavy, wind at 290 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Long fall.
Clear for takeoff, 105. Thank you.
Airport 222,
Atlas
Victor,
74.
line up, runway 28 right, away, I'll call in 2 minutes. Line up, 28 right, and copy, let's go 23, Victor. Delta 177, good morning. Taxi for the full length on number 1 and full short of runway 28 right. Full length, short of 28 right, Delta 177. Yeah, we're unable for the crossing restriction Delta with 991. Roger that. Delta with 991, is it? But it's still otherwise good on the Inquisitor Juliet. Otherwise good, just first crossing restrictions, we're going to be unable Delta 177. Roger, I believe that should be okay if you stay on the Inquisitor Juliet. I'll just check the downstream. Thank you.
Everything takes off from this side today, yeah?
Everything takes off, so there's maybe
Yeah. So unless the wind changes, everything will be going this way, yeah?
Everything will go this way, thank you.
No water.
And Delta 177, I confirm with the downstream, you're still good for the Inca 2 Juliet. Delta 177. Ryanair 74 Delta Lima, good morning. Taxi with the right turn, November 1. You'll be following the heavy hold short of runway 28 right. Right on November, also November 1, behind the map 1 line. Short of runway 28 right on November 1. Third line, also the third line, Airport 223 Victor, wind is 290 degrees and 11 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Adios. Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, vertical 23 Victor. Adios.
Tap to Lisbon next. United getting put in the
Ryanair
bowl
4
corner.
uniform, line up, runway 28 right and wait. Line up, wait, runway 28 right, Ryanair 4 Foxtrot uniform.
Astrid, believe it or not, we don't actually get that much snow. We're kind of lucky during the winter. Our weather is influenced by the Atlantic, so it keeps it warmer than mainland Europe. Sorry.
4 Foxtrot, uniform with a 292 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, see it.
Clear for takeoff to your right, Ryanair 4 Fox, ship 1, thanks.
Dave, welcome. First time watching it live, normally watch it back the replays. Welcome.
Delta 177, line up runway 28 right away.
Line up away to your right, Delta 177.
Bing bong is broken. Give me a minute, I'll remote in and sort it. Ado. I get the Delta and then I'll do the job on the bing bombs. DL177 going to be heading to Atlanta. Every time I come over this side and I decide to go on the roof, man, the wind picks up more than it's meant to.
Speed with the 292 degrees and 10 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. See you next time, take care.
Clear for takeoff, Delta 177, heavy left.
Ryanair 74 Delta Lima, line up runway 28 right and wait on a call in 2 minutes. Line up runway 28 right, Ryanair 74 Delta. Adrian, give that a try there now for me. Ryanair lined up for Girona. Thomas in Pittsburgh, welcome. Yeah, Helen, we were discussing that a few minutes ago. They're rolling it out across everything. I don't have a say in it. I didn't enable it. Clear for takeoff. See you later, Swan. Clear for takeoff. See you twice, Ryanair 74 this time. Have a good day.
Yeah, Jilly, no sign of the return flight to collect them yet, no.
Shemo 5 Tango Juliet, good morning, sir. November 2, line up runway 28 right and wait.
Channel 5 Tango Juliet, morning. November 2, line up runway 28 right and wait. Number 2, line up and wait. Channel 5 Tango Juliet. Roger, United Stone 11 seconds. Sorry, November 2. Affirmative, November 2. Roger, United Stone 11 seconds. November 2. Hold, short up runway 28 right. Taxi November 2, short 2 right, United 711.
Bing bongs are working now. Ian, no, it wasn't rejected. They just didn't have their figures ready, so they were asked to taxi down to November 5 and turn back. So yeah, it's the same. It's been introduced along with these tags, Helen, to allow tagging on other devices, like mobile and whatever.
Channel 5, 28, 14 knots, right, take off here. Number 2, drive left, take off, Channel 5, 10 to have a good day. United 711, line up runway 28 right and wait. Line up away 28 right, United 711.
Aer Lingus to meet.
Channel 1, X-ray, Tango, good morning, taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right. November 2, hold short 28 right, Channel 1, X-ray, Tango, morning.
United now lined up. Gary, morning to you. The 757 going to be heading to Washington.
United 711. Wind is 290 degrees and 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Take care, send that Sam. United 711, did you copy? United 711, clear for takeoff, 28 right. April. Shamrock 1 X-ray, Tango, line up runway 28 right and wait. I'll call you in 2 minutes. Line up away to the right, that's up to Shamrock. 1 X-ray Tango. Chepstow 62 November afternoon taxi. Still morning taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right. Taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right, Chepstow 62 November. And Chepstow 54 Whiskey Delta morning taxi, follow your company taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right. November 2, hold short 28 right, Chepstow 54 Whiskey Delta. Morning for now, hold point Neptune, expect full length.
ZK Aviation,
Neptune,
morning to you.
Expecting full length 3922.
Ian, congrats on 12 months, 747 beside your name. And the same thing, where did that year go? ERB, how do? Bruce? Ozovich, Paul, are you sick of planes? Would I be stood here?
And Sherlock 1 extra tango, that's 2 minutes. Wind is 310 degrees, 9 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff on.
320 Neo to Heathrow next.
Morning, extra tango, slot. Gemstone 62 November, line up runway 28 right and wait. Line up runway 28 right and wait, Gemstone 62 November.
Brian, 23 months. Congrats. Now you have to be asking yourself, has it really been 2 years?
Morning for now, full position kilo, hold short of taxi November. I'm going short of taxi November, Gemstone 62 November, wind is 310 degrees, 9 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, see you later, son. Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, Gemstone 62 November, bye bye. Gemstone 54 Whiskey Delta, line up runway 28 right and wait. Line up runway 28 right, wait, Gemstone 54 Whiskey Delta.
ERB,
United
0 degrees.
8 lining up, caution them, taxi full length November 1.
I think it's 17 or 18 here currently.
Continue taxi, hold short 28 right at November 1, United 22. AGN 631, good morning, taxi left November 2, hold short of runway 28 right. Taxi left November 2, hold short of runway 28 right, AGN 631, hello. Good name is 70 Papa, your traffic is the heavy, the 777 taxi left. Follow that, line November 1, full short of runway 28 right, right. Follow that, traffic to the 1. Afghanistan 0 Papa, confirm that November 1, short of runway 28 right. November 1, straight right, 0 Papa. United 22, November 1, line up, runway 28 right and wait, and the first landing there, an ATR and an AIRBUS. Line up and wait, 28 right at November 1, United 22.
Come on, props. Start turning. There we go. Basher, thank you very much. Gifted 5 memberships.
Gemstone 54 Whiskey Delta, wind is 280 degrees, 11 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff on. Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, Gemstone 54 Whiskey Delta. AGN 631, line up, runway 28 right and wait. You'll wait a few minutes for your release after the ATR gets airborne. Line number wait runway 28 right, Aviation 631, copy sir, Aviation 631.
Sun in certain spots is catching these, as you can see.
Ryanair 782 Lima South. Ryanair 782 Lima morning, taxi left kilo, left November 2 and a cold short of runway 28 right.
Left the kilo, left the November 2, short to 28 right, Ryanair 782 Lima.
KLM 1138 target morning for the point Neptune. Hold the Neptune, get them off here this morning. KLM 1138 for your planning, you're number 5. Copy. Ryanair 782 Lima for your planning, you're number 4.
Copy.
And Ryanair 782 Lima, KLM on the left is giving way to you.
Okay, copy with the traffic, we are ready anyway.
No problem. So KLM is giving way to you, but you're waiting for the 3 items, 2 lined up at the scan.
Ian says wake turbulence from the ATR.
Right.
777 sits back for 3 minutes just in case. For those not aware, the reason why they hold aircraft for so long after the ATRs is because the jets will catch up with them a lot quicker. So they give the ATRs an upwind chance to clear the track out of the way before they release any jets behind them, just so they don't catch up with them in the air.
KLM 1138 now, taxi November 2, hold short of runway 28 right.
Trev?
Continue, November 2, hold short of 28 right, get them off here.
Aegean to Athens next, lined up in front of the triple, I think. No.
Aegean 631, wind is 280 degrees, 14 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, see it. Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, Aegean 631, bye-bye.
Tim, how do? UA22 back to EWR now.
Wind is 280 degrees, 14 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, take care. Clear for takeoff, 22 right, United, correction. Clear for takeoff, 28 right, United 22 heavy. See ya. Scandinavian 70 Papa, line up, runway 28 right, wait, and I'll call you
Dave,
2 minutes after the cabin rolls.
777-2.
Level wait, Scandinavian 70 Papa.
Rumbling.
488, morning taxi November 2, and that's behind the KLM on the left taxi November 2, hold shuttle runway 28 right behind.
At the KLM, we taxi November 2 and hold short behind runway 848.
A shuttle runway 28 right.
Short 28 right.
Paul, you'll always get, so I can set it that there's only a 3-second delay, but then the max I can give you in quality wise is 720p. So to maintain 2K quality and the processing that takes is about 20 seconds of a delay.
28 right, clear for takeoff, take care. Thank you, and runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, can you 70 Papa, have a good day sir, bye bye.
Vision team, Paul. SAS to Copenhagen next. Sorry, moving stuff around here.
And Ryanair 782 Lima, line up from the cruise right away.
Gonna be waited to it right, radar 782 Lima.
Jet time. Just on that last note, obviously the stream is available in 2K. You need to have the connection to handle it. Settings cog at the top of your screen and click quality. Jeff, how do? Rebecca, no. So we've 2 times for the Amiri 330. 1 or 3 currently.
See you later.
Clear for takeoff to it right, radar 782 Lima, see you.
KLM 1138, line up runway 28 right away. Line up to it right away, it's gonna mount it.
Ash, correct. There is a potential departure for 1 o'clock as well though. Cloud. I think it's gonna miss me though, so I'm alright. You'll see in the news yesterday, SAS placed an order for I think 45 Wookiees.
KLM 1138, wind 29
Embraers.
14 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, that's it. Thanks to it right, till scenes, good at my 138.
Yeah, KLM 737 Amsterdam, not a Wookiee. Len, how do?
Runner 8488 to line up, runway 28 right away.
Line up to it right and wait, runner 8488.
noise overhead. Lots of noise overhead. What is that?
Run A488, wind is 292 degrees and 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, see ya.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, runway 8488.
Whatever that overhead noise is.
Runway 57,
I can't
Papa
see.
Papa, good morning, just stand by one, have a heavy without a spot time that's gonna take the runway ahead of you. Roger. And now Shamrock 123 as requested, November 1, line up runway 28 right. November 1, line up runway 28 right, Shamrock 123, good morning.
White cloud up from it. On where are you? There. Sky is just too blue. Not a bad complaint to have here that the sky is too blue, but anyway.
Runner 57, Papa, actually your slot time will start very shortly. Confirm you are fully ready, you can take November 2. Yes, we are fully ready and November right now.
Jill, how do?
Runner 57, Papa, okay, expedite your taxi November 2, line up runway 28 right.
Almost afternoon to you. Sylvia, how do? Len, not a problem.
Shamrock 123, the slot time on the right here, starting up, line up and wait to number 2.
Alan says it's my spaceship landing. Paul says Virgin A350 overhead from Manchester is what was making that noise. You just caught it there as it hit the clouds. Oh, here.
And Ryanair 57 Papa, you're number 1 to the heavy, wind is 290 degrees, 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
EI123, is this A330 to Chicago?
123,
I'm an
surface
IT
wind, 290
consultant
degrees,
shadowing
head
the
up, max
BNU
7,
for a day
runway
at
28
Dublin
right,
Airport
clear for
recently.
takeoff.
It was
Takeoff,
fascinating
right,
to see behind the scenes. Yeah, the maintenance lad said, you know the way Dubjet Paul has vicious hay fever? Well, let's cut the grass and trim it right in front of him. Yeah. He'd be grand. Glenn, I am north side on the roof of the van.
November, taxi, right, November 1, hold short, runway 28 right. Right on November 1, hold short up to right in there, 5 Fox November.
Did you see the little Predator wake turbulence as well as the 330 turned? Ian, there's 4 or 5 still in green. I know EIGEY is laid up in the hangar there. I think it's just about ready to leave the fleet, has been in there I think since the end of May. All stored up. Bet it smells good though. The L2 stroke reminds me of early days biking, yeah?
Q14. Service. SQ14, it's a few minutes for the Ryanair in front of you spot time, so via November 2, enter runway 28 right, you can backtrack to the threshold to get a full run. Listen out and report to me. Via November 2, enter runway 28 right, backtrack to the threshold and then full run, rescue 14, thank you.
Glenn, that's exactly what I done with my two when they were younger. Mandatory trip to McDonald's for a Happy Meal and then sit at one of the laybys or beside one of the runways for an hour watching planes.
November, line up runway 28 right and wait, runway inspection in progress, still another 2 minutes for your slot time.
Ian, same for me, NSR 125.
Bravo, taxi November 1, hold short, runway 28.
Evil
November
Duff.
1, hold 28. Dublin right at 87.
Grass cutting in HD. Hey.
Dubjet,
Hey.
confirm us or SID. Runner 87 Juliet. Due to military activity, your SID is the Alono to Juliet.
Look what's still not
Yeah,
working.
Alono to Juliet. Thank you so much for an 87 Juliet.
Nil by turn. Burby shouting at the radio. Ryanair to Turin lined up.
Runway 28 right now, November 7. Rescue 14, hold short runway 28 right, contact ground 125.885. First off 28 right now and ground 125.885. Rescue 014, thank you. Ryanair 5 Foxtrot November, surface wind 280 degrees, 8 knots, max 15, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, runway to the right, Ryanair 5 Foxtrot, thank you.
Ghosty 320. Presume it's the play. Eurowings operating the play the last week or two.
Speedbird 42 Delta Bravo Tower, good afternoon. Line of voice runway 2 right. Line up straight right, line November 1, Speedbird 42 Delta Bravo. Ryanair 87 Zulu Judah Tower, good afternoon. Taxi November 2 to holding point, hold short of runway 2 right. Taxi 2 November 2 to hold short runway 2 right and 87 Zulu Judah. Tower, good afternoon, taxi November 2 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 at right. Ontario taxi in the November 2, holding point, runway 28 right, Playa 13 Lima.
It is play. Back to Reykjavik.
Speedbird 42 Delta Bravo, surface wind is 280 degrees at 9 knots, runway 2
Embraer
right,
sold the KC-390 military transport to Portugal, Holland and Lithuania as well. Brazil also operating it, obviously. We had the Brazilian one in here last year after the Farnborough Air Show.
So why do we continue position November 1, holding point of full length, runway 2 right, Player 13 Lima, that's copied. Just give way to the Ryanair 73 at November 2, they're going to line up now, and when you're clear of them, continue taxi November 1 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right. What is that there, sir? Ryanair 87, Zulu Judah, line up way to runway 2 right. Line up on one runway 2 right, and 87 Zulu Judah. Clear 13 Lima, fly November 1, line up way to runway 2 right. Line up and wait, runway 2 right, Playa 13 Lima. Ryanair 870 Juliet, surface wind is 290 degrees at 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye. Live for takeoff, runway 28 right.
Jeff,
7 Zulu Juliet.
the last we heard was they were meant to be done before the full-blown summer season. That didn't happen. They're not going to take them out of circulation now because obviously peak season, far too busy, they need them all. So I imagine we'll see them done during the quieter winter schedule. Someone remind me, Stephen's flight is the 1/2 Ryanair from far away. Don't let me miss it.
Surface wind is 300 degrees at 12 knots. Runway 2 right, clear for takeoff. Bye bye. For takeoff, 2 right, good day. Bye, I'm on to the limit. Shamrock 49 Juliet, Tower, good afternoon. Taxi November 2 to 1 hold short, runway 2 right. Taxi November 2 to hold short, 2 right. Shamrock 49
So Eurowings operating for play. Back to Reykjavik. Where's the dome? There.
Shamrock 49 Juliet, flight November 2, line up runway 2 at right. Flight November 2, line up white 2 at right, Shamrock 49 Juliet. Shamrock 49 Juliet, surface wind is 290 degrees, 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye. Clear for takeoff to right, Shamrock 49 Juliet.
Jeff, no, there's at least 4 still to be resprayed. DAA, Duo, DUO, DUZ does, and GEY.
Right 4, uniform November Tower, good day, taxi November 2, line up runway 2 right.
There's one more.
November 2, line up runway 2
that I always forget.
From November.
I'm sure someone will tell me. Duo does. DAA, GEY, one more.
That's Alpha 734 Romeo 1, November behind the Ryanair with function 764. November 2 holding flight, next week. Right, for uniform November, we just need the 100 minutes for cabin to be ready. Ryanair 4, uniform November, that's copied. No problem at all, you're next to go. And by November 2, you are clear to line up, runway 2 right, report ready for departure. Clear to line up and wait to right, straight right. We report ready, Ryanair 4, uniform November.
That's right, yeah, so Play have been bought out by the looks of things. 2 new investors have bought it. See you. That's who was screaming at me. Yeah, Play have been bought out, 2 new investors. They're taking Play out of the US and out of most of their European routes. They're going to focus more on charter style operations. There's talk of them selling a lot of aircraft as well and only retaining a fleet of 7 or 8, I believe. F4 7138, estimated 1354 currently with Stephen. Hey little bird. What? Landed on the van here beside me. What?
F4 Uniform November, we are ready for departure. Ryder 4 Uniform November, surface wind 280 degrees, 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. Runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye, Ryder 4 Uniform November. Fraction 734 Romeo behind the departing Ryanair 73, line up runway 2 right behind. Behind the Ryanair 73, line up runway 28 right behind, fraction 734.
Ryanair to Amsterdam and then the Froggy to Palma. Now, why would a charter plane be going to Tbilisi this weekend, I wonder? What sporting event would require the transport of a group of people to Georgia this weekend? Yeah, don't know.
Fraction 734 Romeo, surface wind 300 degrees, 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. For takeoff 28 right, fraction 734 Romeo, bye-bye.
Now, these are always fast and always awkward up here because of the wind. I apologise.
Road 065 Hotel Tower Cadet Yukin, taxi November 2, line up runway 2 right. Taxi November 2, line up way 2 right, also 065 Hotel. Okay. Flyer 6 Mike Whiskey, Tower Cadet Yukin, taxi November 2 to holding point, hold short of runway 2 right. Taxi November 2, holding point, hold short, 28 right, fire. 065 Hotel, surface wind 310 degrees, 10 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye. Runway 2 right, clear takeoff, full 065 Hotel. Thanks, Kitty. Yeah.
2XL, charter to Tbilisi.
Flyer 6 Michael Whiskey, flight November 2, line of place, runway 2 right.
Irish Rugby.
Surface wind 300 degrees at 8 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
BA and Breyer, London City.
Come on, Whiskey. Shamrock 164 Tower, good day 2, taxi November 2, line up runway 2 right. November 0, lap way 2 right, Shamrock. And a 5 extra Papa Tower, good day 2, behind the Aer Lingus Airbus on your left side, taxi November 2 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right behind. Okay, mind the Shamrock on the left hand side, taxi November 2, hold short 2A right behind, Ryanair 5 extra Papa. Tower Shamrock 164, we're just going to need another 2 minutes.
Kieran,
Shamrock 164, no problem.
So
you're next to go with your...
I'll check it now again in a minute, but there was 2 potential takeoff slots, one for 1 and 1 for 3.
Flight number 2, left way to right, call you ready, Shamrock 164.
Considering we haven't seen any VIP escort come in this side just yet, I imagine it's going to be the latter of the 2. Current takeoff slot 13:38. That's the current flight plan they've lodged.
Shamrock 164, thanks for that. Surface wind is 300 degrees at 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye. For takeoff, right 2 right, Shamrock 164, good day. Yep. Line of 5 X-ray, Papa, behind the departing Shamrock, line up runway 2 right behind. Right, departing Shamrock, left way 2 right behind, right, 5 X, Papa.
Aer Lingus to Heathrow next.
Minor 5 X-ray Papa, surface wind is 300 degrees 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, see you. Clear for takeoff 2 right, minor 5 X-ray Papa, talk to you later.
Ready? Afternoon. Then there was none. Helen, thank you. Helen gifted 10 memberships. Blue Islands, ATR.
Blue Island 58 Bravo, Tower, good day 2 taxi, November 2, line up runway 2 to the right. Number 2, line up runway 2 right, that's solid, Bravo.
Adrian says JetBlue to JFK, pushed back as well. With two of them today. Is it the all blue one, Ado, or the
Blue
other?
Island 58 Bravo, surface wind is 280 degrees at 10 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye. Good takeoff, bye bye, bye bye.
Bruce, afternoon to you. All blue, JetBlue. Whoop, moving. Turn and burn, ATR in battery mode. Freddie wants to know, someone getting a haircut. No, Freddie, they're at me toenails. And now everyone is cringing, going.
354 Tower, good afternoon. Taxi November 1 to the holding point. Hold short of runway 2 at right. Report ready for departure.
Taxi November 1 to holding point 28 right, and we'll advise ready JetBlue 354.
Oh, you have to get my head over. Oh, I'm doing the camera in reverse, sorry. Gives a wave. Come on. So you heard JetBlue there on comms saying they're on taxi. Mick, afternoon to you. How did I miss that? I was too busy focusing on my own count. JetBlue. Martin, it's usually mandatory on holidays when you're coming back that the weather is bad. Makes you feel even worse about coming home. Stephen is currently over the Bay of Biscay. Globe spotter. GEY is currently parked up in that hangar there.
JetBlue 354, line up runway 28 right.
Stored,
Line up, runway
potentially
right,
leaving the fleet. Well, it was yesterday anyway, unless it's moved since. Farmer says, Paul, heavy showers on the way.
JetBlue 354, surface wind 290 degrees 10 knots, gusting 18, minimum 6, runway 28 right, clear takeoff, goodbye.
28 right, clear for takeoff, JetBlue 354,
Emma,
goodbye.
how do? Shane, it's bright alright. It's about 17 or 18 degrees, but it's a strong enough breeze, especially when you're stood up on the roof of a van. So what Farmer is saying is I should probably just go home because it's going to rain. I'm in full agreement. JetBlue, JFK bound. That is the JetBlue mint livery. Or was the mint livery, should I say? It's all gone.
By 4, contact Dublin 132.580.
Jilly says, after that short, sharp tropical rainstorm here about an hour ago, the air is at least a bit fresher. Let me see. Have a look at radar. How am I looking? Oh, I see it, yeah. So basically, see, can we do this? I don't think we will be able to.
Shamrock 5, November, Papa, good afternoon.
Like, that's what's coming towards us from Mullingar direction with heavy rain embedded. I may have to get down and get rain covers and stuff. George, afternoon. Pam says thunder starting here. That would be me done. I'm not standing up here in that.
Runway 28 right, clear take
You know
off.
what? I get the golf club out the back.
Yeah, take off to it right. Number 5, November, Papa. Goodbye.
So EI what? Off to Nantes. Jonathan says, still sunny in Kildare, you have some time. I could probably make it home before it gets here, couldn't I? Ryanair to Bristol on your screen. Greedo's going mad. Look, little Greedo doing his thing. Pit stop. child, I know. I'm sorry.
Victor Yankees, November 2, line up runway 28 right.
November 2, line up away to 28 right, Ryan 6156, yeah.
Jilly says, has just started here again. Jilly,
10-4 Foxtrot, good
you're not inspiring me with confidence here.
November 2, hold short, runway 28 right.
Behind the Ryanair, taxi November 2, hold short 28 right, Gemstone, 4 Foxtrot.
Ryanair 61 Victor Yankee, 720 degrees, 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
28 right, clear
We all
takeoff,
told
Ryanair
you said.
61 Victor Yankee.
Oh, the rain is to be continuous. Why did I not say that yesterday? The rain is to be continuous from 1 o'clock till 5. We may have to rethink this.
10-4 Foxtrot, line up runway 28 right.
Line up way 28 right, Gemstone, 4 Foxtrot.
You from Delta, because November 2, hold short, runway 28.
November 2, hold short to quick right, yeah,
Gemstone 4 Foxtrot, 720 degrees, 11 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff 28 right, Gemstone, 4 Foxtrot.
Exactly, Helen. When I checked this, the rain wasn't to start until 5 o'clock. And now the terminal area forecast is showing rain from 1 until 5.
Well, see you from Delta, line up runway 28 right.
November way 28 right, so that's
from Delta, just be about 90 seconds for release, reference the APR equipment.
that's copy there, so I do phone in.
Exactly, Adrian. Life choices again. Like, I can see it in the distance, but it's about a half hour away from me.
Logo 36 Mike Julia, taxi November 2, hold short runway 28 right.
Right, okay, and that's 36 Mike Julia.
Ryanair to Liverpool. Chile says it's moving quite slowly on rain radar, so you should be okay for another hour to 90 minutes. Well, if we can get the Amiri 330, we'll call that a win. Because, yeah. To get the rain cover onto this camera and all, I'll have to disconnect it. So, we'll see. Adrian says they look like squally showers, so they may miss the airport. You have met me before, have you?
When 270 grade 11 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff. Yeah, for takeoff, 28 right, I do for that then.
Looking on weather radar, on windy, it seems around 2-ish. Fingers crossed.
Shamrock 1 Hotel Whiskey, taxi November 2, hold short, runway 28 right. Taxi November 2, hold short, 28 right, Shamrock 1 Hotel Whiskey.
Look at that.
Shamrock 5 Hotel Alpha, in turn, taxi November 2, hold short, runway 28 right. In turn, taxi November 2, hold short.
Logan Air, Tartan Terror to Aberdeen.
Logan 36 Mike Juliet, surface wind 28, 30 grades, 13 knots, runway 3 right, clear takeoff. 3 right, left, takeoff, look good, 36 Mike Juliet.
Rain magnet, pretty much. And then, yeah, Helen and Patricia brought us bad weather as well.
Hotel Whiskey, line up runway 28 right, expect 2 minutes for release, ramp the APR on a similar track. Roger, line up runway 28 right, wait, Shamrock 1 Hotel Whiskey.
It's only when you try to pan a camera steady you realise just how much of a slope the first part of that runway has. Random steps on the move. Could do with that. Park one of them on this side of the road. Ado, instead of our retirement plan for Dub bus, you just get Dub steps. Yes, I know what I done there. I'm sorry. Glenn, Paul, can you give my son Mark a shout out? Loves his planes. Mark, hello to you. Ash, I checked about 20 minutes ago. Potential slot for 13:38.
Runway 30 raise 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 28 right, Shamrock 1 Hotel Whiskey.
EI 160 to Heathrow. Helen, you're just full of joyous news. We'll bring you another one. OMG, afternoon to you.
Sharmark 5 Hotel Alpha, line up runway 28 right. 5 away, runway 28 right, Sharmark 5 Hotel Alpha.
Cloudwatch 2025.
Sharmark 5 Hotel Alpha, service wind 290 raise 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff. Clear takeoff 28 right, Sharmark 5 Hotel Alpha.
A330 EIDW to Malaga.
Hi, sir, 417, good day. Would you like November 2 or full length? Number 2 is fine, hi, sir, 417. Hi, sir, 417, November 2, line up runway 28 right. Via November 2, line up 28 right, hi, sir, 417.
And a shout out to Noah, who loves creating liveries for planes on Roblox. Noah, hello to you.
Hi, sir, 417, service wind 270 raise 13 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff. Who's that? Should take off, I think, all time.
Why, hello. Do you come here often? Daily, actually. Huh? Iceland Air, back to Reykjavik 757. Sun absolutely killing us.
American 725, good day. Would you like November 2 or full length? Full length, please. American 725, taxi November 1, line up runway 28 right. November 1, line up 28 right, American 725.
So it absolutely now has a departure slot for 1:30. steps are on a little, bringing them out for a walk, look. Just to use up their energy so they're all calm for the rest of the day.
Well, my claim is taxi November 1, hold short for my 28 right.
Taxi November 1, hold short, 28 right, final 21 Mike Lima.
So XLV, you are correct. It was assigned, I did say at the start of the stream, it had a takeoff slot.
Right, clear takeoff. Clear takeoff, 28 right, American 725.
It had 2 slots assigned to it, one for 1 o'clock and one for 3 o'clock. It's now accepted the half-1 slot. Getting their steps in for the day, I love it. Oh. This is what Tom has done to us all. It's all Tom's fault. AA 725 to Charlotte.
Under 21 Mike Lima, line up for my 28 right.
And on the runway 28 right, final 21 Mike Lima.
We have a full length. Ryanair to Manchester lined up next. Ben, afternoon to you.
Seven 260 rate 13 knots from my 3rd right, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 28 right, final 21 Mike Lima.
Delta 155 today, would you like November 2 or full length?
We can do November 2 today for Delta 155.
Delta 155, November 2, line up runway 28 right.
Line up for 28 right and November 2 for Delta 155.
They know what's coming. November 2 for Delta.
Surface wind 260 rate 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff. Takeoff runway 28 right, Delta 155, November 2.
DL 155 to Boston.
Southwest 9 X-ray Yankee, November 2, line up runway 28 right.
Tower with 9 X-ray Yankee.
Southwest 9 X-ray Yankee, November 2, line up runway 28 right.
Line up runway 28 right, Southwest 9 X-ray Yankee.
Andy, how do?
Reinhardt 93 Quebec Hotel, taxi November 2, hold short from way 28 right.
Number 2 to hold short, runway 28 right, 9.
Sun Express next to Antalya.
Southwest 9 X-ray Yankee, surface wind 270 rate 15 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 9 X-ray Yankee.
Reg TC SOC SOK. Just out of prison, sporting its new tattoo. Little teardrop under the eye.
Line up runway 28 right.
Line up on way 28 right, 9 Quebec Hotel.
Rescue 14, continue November 1, hold short runway 28 right.
November 1 now, hold short, runway 28 right.
Fire 9 Quebec Hotel, surface wind 260 rate 14 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
Graham, thank you very much.
Runway 28 right, 9 Quebec Hotel.
I don't pretend to know what I'm doing up here, just having fun doing it. we're estimating the rain's probably now about, I'd say, 45 minutes away from me, according to what some people posted. So this VIP 330 better hurry up.
Rescue 14, enter runway 28 right.
Runway 28 right.
Delta, taxi November 2, line up runway 28 right.
Taxi November 2, line up 28 right, Jamestown 42 Delta.
Rescue 14, can you just vacate down to November 4?
George, no, we've no direct flights from Australia.
Copy that, vacating November 4, rescue.
The majority of people travelling between Australia and Ireland go via Qatar or Dubai.
Zero wings 9, X-ray Romeo, November 2, hold short runway 28 right.
November 2 and hold short of 28 right, your wings 9, X-ray Romeo.
Jamestown 40 Delta, surface wind 28 30 ways 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 2 right, Jamestown 42 Delta.
ATR to Donegal. WestJet Dreamliner on taxi. Or is that just after landing? At the moment, it looks like 1:30 for the Amiri 330.
Rescue 14, enter runway 28 right.
Enter 28 right, rescue 14, thank you.
Lufthansa 979, good day, taxi November 1, line up runway 28 right.
November 1, line up 28 right, Lufthansa 979, good day.
Eurowings and Lufthansa both ready to go. A330 Aer Lingus and WestJet Dreamliner to Calgary. Thank you, Adrian. Eurowings heading to Dusseldorf. Ryanair changing its mind.
Runner 2 Zulu Kilo, good evening, correction, good afternoon, taxi November 2, hold short runway 28 right.
November 2, hold short 28 right, runner 2 Zulu Kilo, good afternoon, sir. Rescue 14, vacated 28 right, November.
Rescue 14, roger, hold short 28 right, contact ground 125, that's 1885.
Short runway 28 right, and ground 125, rescue 14, thank you.
Astrid, you've just fed into it again, thank you very much. Astrid fell asleep, it's all my fault. Dubjet Lullaby Live strikes again.
Wings 9 X-ray Romeo, surface wind 270 race 15 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
2 right, clear for takeoff, your wings, landing Romeo. Goodbye, good day.
In advance.
On the 979er, you can line up runway 28 right.
When he stops talking.
Line up 28 right.
Next stream will be Friday, and it looks like high winds, 50, 60 kilometers per hour. We'll probably do arrivals for that. Hello.
Niner 7270813 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
28 right, clear for takeoff, that's on the 979, bye bye.
Lufthansa to Frankfurt. Geo Flash, happy birthday. The planes and the Irish accent, it's all my fault apparently, yeah.
Runner 20 kilo, line up runway 28 right.
Line up runway 28 right, runner 20 kilo.
Stroke 13 Juliet, taxi November 1, line up runway 28 right.
Taxi November 1, line way 28 right, runner 13 Juliet.
Morning. Stroke 11 Tango, taxi November 1, hold short, runway 28 right.
Absolutely. November 1, hold short, runway 1.
Right, Chat 5, good day, taxi November 1, hold short, runway 28 right.
November 1, short 28 right, West Jet 5.
Two A330s and a Dreamliner in the queue.
961, taxi November 1, hold short, runway 28 right.
November 1, short 28 right, 961, hello.
Runner 20 kilo, 7290812 knots, runway 3rd right, clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, runner 20 kilo.
Ryanair to Athens next. Sarah, afternoon to you. That is a busy taxiway, look at that.
Wind 2900812 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, Shamrock 13 Juliet team.
Scary, afternoon to you. EI133 and A330 to Boston. Oh, wish I'd never started that. General aviation, possibly in the next 20 minutes or so. It's been in Dublin since yesterday evening. I posted the video of it landing.
Shamrock 1 Tango, line up runway 28 right, 2 minutes for wake.
Roger, line up for wait 28 right, Shamrock 1 Tango.
Ryanair 5242, taxi November 1, hold short, runway 28 right.
November 1, hold short.
So I think out of an abundance of caution because of rain, if we do get the Amiri 330, we might call it shortly after that. I know it's shorter than planned, but I can obviously put rain covers on me, no bother, but the gear is set up, and in order to put the rain cover on this camera that I have for this camera, it would have to be taken down off the tripod and disconnected and everything. So we'll see what happens.
Clear takeoff to it right, Shamrock 11 tackle. Thank you.
I won't be standing up here with the umbrella.
Shamrock 2 Echo Mike, line up runway 28 right.
Line up runway 28 right, Shamrock 2 Echo Mike.
Geoflash, it's the Qatari Prime Minister on their VIP A330.
Waves 12 knots, gusting 18 from my 28 right, clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, Shamrock 2 Echo Mike.
EI 208 to Manchester next.
WestJet 5, line up from my 28 right.
Line up right, 28 right, WestJet 5.
Dreamweaver, how do?
WestJet 5, service wind 270 is 10 knots, gusting 16 from my 28 right, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff 28 right, WestJet 5.
WestJet Dreamliner to Calgary.
Shamrock 961, line up from my 28 right.
And up 28 right, 961.
28, 0-13 knots, gusting 19er, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
Takeoff 28 right, 961, good day.
Transit 231, turn right, November 1, hold short, runway 28 right.
November 1, hold short 28 right, Air Transit 231.
EI61 to San Francisco.
5242, line up runway 28 right, and 2 minutes for wake.
Runway 28 right, 5242.
November 2, short of 28 right, west at 35.
Stephen, thank you very much.
Runner 5242, 2 minutes now behind the heavy surface wind, 290 12 knots, runway 28 right, clear takeoff.
Got you going?
Yeah, this is runner 28 right, runner 5242.
Air Transit 231, line up runway 28 right.
Line up runway 28 right, Air Transit 231.
Ryanair to Bodrum rolling. Rain.
Transit 231, something again, 290 degrees, 10 knots, 28 right, clear takeoff.
Take off 28 right, Air Transit 231.
Remember, if you're hoping to see this aircraft on flight radar, it's unlikely. It has a military designation. You'll need to be watching ADSB.
West at 35, line up runway 28 right.
Line up runway 28 right, west at 35.
Air Transat to Toronto.
Taxi November 2, hold short, runway 28 right.
November 2, hold short 28 right, Shamrock 5 Victor.
WestJet 35, service wind 260 rates 14 knots, runway 2 right, clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 2 right, WestJet 35.
WestJet to Toronto now as well. Max 8.
52 Victor, line up runway 2 right.
Line up runway 2 right, Sherman 52 Victor.
Sherman 4 Romeo Whiskey, taxi November 2, hold
Next 10
short,
minutes or
runway 2
so,
right.
dub spotter.
Taxi November 2, hold short 2 right, Sherman 4 right.
The breeze associated with that front now.
Sherman 52 Victor, service wind 260 rates 14 knots, runway 2 right, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff 2 right, Sherman 52 Victor.
ERB, chat soon.
Yeah, we're planning American 133 requires full length.
Roger.
Aer Lingus to Paris.
Sherman 4 Romeo Whiskey, line up runway 2 right.
Runway 2 right, Sherman 4 Whiskey.
Sherman correction runner 27 Zulu Golf, taxi November 2, hold short, runway 2 right.
November 2 and also November 2 right, turn in 27 Zulu.
We could actually thread the needle here. Look at this. So the rain is there all along.
Whiskey, service wind 270 rates
There's a little gap.
runway 2 right, clear takeoff.
Right, clear takeoff, Sherman 4 Romeo Whiskey.
Fingers crossed. Aer Lingus to Santiago.
Liner 27 Zulu Golf, get at you again, line up runway 2 right.
Line up and wait, turn in 28 right, turn in 27 Zulu.
Liner 652, get at you again, taxi November 1, line up wait runway 2 right.
Taxi November 1.
Right hand side, taxi November 1, hold short of runway 2 right behind.
November 1, hold short 28 right behind American 133 land right now.
Ryanair 27 Zulu Golf, surface wind is 270 degrees at 14 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
For takeoff, runway 28 right, turn in 27 Zulu, bye-bye.
8-0. Chat soon.
Fraction 267 Victor, get at you again, give way to the American 777 left to right front, follow then. Flying November and November 1 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 at right.
Behind the American, we follow them, November 1, holding short to it right.
Ryanair to Stansted.
Gemstone 73 November, ground, correction tower, get at you again, follow the Challenger jet, taxi November 1 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 at right.
We follow the Challenger jet to November 1 to the right, hold short to it right, Gemstone 73 November. surface wind is 2830 degrees, 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
Space right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye, Ryanair 652.
American 133 behind the departing Ryanair, line up runway 2 right behind.
Line up runway 2 right behind Ryanair, American 133.
Ryanair to Lisbon.
Surface wind is 2830 degrees at 10 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, all the best now, bye-bye.
2 right, clear for takeoff, American 133, thanks.
Right. Fraction 267 Victor, behind the departing 777, line up runway 2 right behind.
Behind the departing 777, we line up 2 right, wait behind, fraction 267.
AA, triple to DSW.
Delta, cadet you again, taxi November 2 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
Taxi November 2, sir.
Thank you, hold short of runway 2 right.
And we hold short to 85, passenger 50,000.
Oh, there was a sneaky one, look. There's a sneaky one behind me. That's rain as well, that's going to hit me bang on. Let's see. All I know is Qatar better hurry up.
Fraction 267 Victor, you're 2 minutes behind the heavy 777 departure. Surface wind 2830 degrees, 10 knots with a recent max of 22 knots. Runway 2 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye.
NetJet Challenger to Milan.
267, bye-bye.
Thank you, Mick.
Gemstone 73 November, behind the departing Challenger jet. Line up runway 2 right behind him.
Yeah.
Behind the departing Challenger jet, line up runway 2 right behind. Gemstone 73 November.
Fraction 733 Delta, by November 2, line up way to runway 2 runway 2 right.
By November 2, line up and wait to east right, taxi 750 Delta.
Sherman 1 Echo November, good day, taxi November 1 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
Thank you, November 1, hold straight right. Correction, 733 Delta, surface wind is 280 degrees at 12 knots with a recent max of 22 knots. Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye.
28 right, clear for takeoff, thank you, bye.
Citation to London Luton.
Swiss 9 Lima Papa, Tower, good you again, taxi November 2 to the holding point, hold short of runway 28 right.
November 2, holding point, hold short, 28 right, Swiss 9 Lima Papa. Swiss 9 Lima Papa, we're ready.
Roger, that's copy, thanks.
You have to remember, this thing is basically a VIP visit. While they do have takeoff slots, there's not a scheduled service. It's at their leisure kind of thing. Once they can fit them in, they'll let them out.
Jamestown 73 November, surface wind 280 degrees at 12 knots with a max of 22 knots. Runway 2 right, clear for
Aaron,
takeoff.
I have a platform built on the roof of the van.
Right, yes, okay, 3 November, right now.
Shannon 1 Echo November behind the departure ATR, line up runway 2 right behind.
Departing ATR line up right behind 3 right, Shannon 1 Echo November.
Okay, shoot coming off you now. Swiss 9 Lima Papa, line number 2, wait runway 2 right.
Line number 2, lining up and waiting, runway 28 right, Swiss 9 Lima Papa.
Sherman 10 Mike, cadet you, taxi November 1 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
November 1, hold short, right, thanks, right, Sherman.
Delta 45 Tower, cadet you, taxi November 1 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
Taxi to the holding point, November 1 to right, Delta 45.
Rider 5125, cadet you, taxi November 1 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
November 1, holding point up to 8 right. Runner 515.
I can see the tail of it behind the ATC tower. It hasn't moved yet, so as soon as it does, I'll let you know. David, no, it won't be. It has a military designation, so you're only going to really see it on ADSB. Geraldo, welcome back. Tripod there, and we'll be coming back.
Minor name of Papa, surface wind is 300 degrees at 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye.
Runway 28 right. Clear for takeoff. Have a good Swiss 9 Lima Papa.
Yeah.
A321neo for Swiss to Zurich.
1 Echo November, surface wind is 300 degrees at 10 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, all the best now, bye-bye.
Clear takeoff 3 right, Shamrock 1 Echo November, good day. Shamrock 10 Mike behind the departing company traffic, line up runway 28 right behind it. Right, departing company runway 28 right.
EIXLV to Toronto, one of the XLRs. No, Ford, I don't. Someone did suggest doing that previously, but I haven't. Believe it or not, a lot of the movement we see is because of the microphone. The microphone is higher than everything else. It's above the camera. That's what creates that little wobble.
Shamrock 10 Mike, surface wind 300 degrees at 10 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, all the best now, bye-bye.
You're 2 right, thanks, that's Shamrock 10.
Delta 45 behind the departing Shamrock, line up runway 2 right behind.
Line up behind the departing traffic on 2 right, Delta 45.
321 Neo, Newark, New Jersey. DL45 next, 76 to JFK.
Delta 45, 200 degrees, 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, Delta 45, we'll see you, bye.
Yeah. Radar 5125, behind the departing
Congrats on 10
Delta
months.
76, line up runway 2 right behind.
OMG, 5 months.
Departing Delta, line up runway 28, right behind, line up 5125.
I need to stabilise myself first. So this is platform 2.0. 2.5 involves rails.
Verde 35 Whiskey, Tower, get a 2 taxi November 2 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
Hello, taxi to hold short November 2, runway 28 right, you bird A35 Whiskey.
Still no movement from that tail.
Ryanair 5125, you're 2 minutes behind heavy 76
Alan,
departure.
how are you?
Surface wind is 270 degrees at 14 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye.
2 right, clear for takeoff, Ryanair 5125. All the best, bye now.
Yep.
Currently raining in Drogheda. I can see that. There it is there. This is what we're hoping to avoid getting towards us here. There is a nice little gap in between both sides, so I'm hoping that that doesn't move up here.
Speedbird A35 Whiskey, flight November 2, line up wait, runway 2 right.
Line up runway 28 right, Speedbird A35 Whiskey.
Ryanair 76 Tango Golf, Tower Gadechu, taxi November 2 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
That's also 28 right now, so it's good.
Speedbird A35 Whiskey, surface wind 270 degrees at 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff. Bye-bye.
Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, Speedbird A35 Whiskey.
Ryanair 76 Tango Golf behind the departing Speedbird, line up runway 2 right behind.
We just need 30 seconds, right? That's 6 numbers.
Okay, that's no problem at all. You are next to go, and flight November 2, you're clear to line up runway 2 right, report fully ready. Fueling 8579, Tower Gadechu, taxi November 2 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
Good day, November 2, hold short, straight right, rolling in 579.
Tango Golf ready.
Roger, thank you. Ryanair 76 Tango Golf, surface wind 270 degrees, 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
So take off 28 right, 76 numbers, bye-bye.
Fueling 8579, flight November 2, line up wait, runway 2 right.
Flight November 2, line up and wait, runway 2 right, rolling in 579.
Shamrock 169er, correction, Shamrock 16 Yankee Gadechu, taxi November 2 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
Okay, we taxi November 2 to hold short of 28 right, Shamrock 16 Yankee.
KLM 1140 Gadechu, taxi November 2 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
Taxi November 2 and holding short of runway 2 right, and 110.
So that would explain why it hasn't left yet.
Fueling 8579.
Owner wasn't on board.
30 degrees 12 knots. Runway 2 right, clear for takeoff. Bye bye.
Clear for takeoff, straight right, goodbye, William 8579.
Yellow socks.
Shamrock 16
to
Yankee
Paris.
behind the departing fueling Airbus. Line up runway 2 right behind.
Behind, departing fueling aircraft, line up and wait behind, runway 28 right, Shamrock 16 Yankee.
Shamrock 16 Yankee, surface wind 280 degrees 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff. Bye bye.
Flag direct takeoff, Shamrock 16 Yankee.
EI 166 to Heathrow.
KLM 1140, line up wait, runway 2 right.
Line wait, runway 28 right, and I'm 1140.
Turns are getting quicker. Wonder why. KLM Wookie to Amsterdam. Mark, the 330 came in last night. It's departing now shortly. That was the VIP just going by.
Surface wind 280 degrees 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff. All the best now,
John,
bye bye.
in Nairobi.
Take up your right, right. Goodbye, come on, 140.
Welcome.
88 November, Tower Gate 2, taxi via November 1 to the holding point, hold short of runway 2 right.
Taxi via November 1 to hold short, 28 and 18 November.
quick look-see-loo for an update on this. It's now given a pushback time of 5 minutes past 2. He's going to be tucking and rolling from his car straight in.
November 5, November 1, line up weight, runway 2 right.
November 1, 20 take November, line up and wait 2 right.
Thank you, sir.
Ryanair to Dubrovnik lined up.
Ryanair 388 November, surface wind is 290 degrees, 12 knots, runway 2 at right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye.
That's for takeoff to be 388 November.
Good day, Echo Indicator, that's Mike Reduce, coming up to point 8 on the map, Broad Meadows forward.
Echo India, Jude, that's Mike, that's copy, thanks, have you in sight.
EIDW.
And next, report your detail complete at Broad Meadows.
That's please Broad Meadows, Echo Alpha Mike.
Just to confirm, after Broad Meadows, are you routing towards Keelings?
Possible, Echo Alpha Mike.
Okay, we'll have a look at it when you're ready. Ryanair 11 November Hotel, taxi number 2, line up runway 2 right.
November 2, line up right, 2 right, line 1 on November Hotel.
They hit band of wind there, see that? There it is. So where's EIDW? Broad Meadow in Swords. They're doing mapping or surveying, I imagine. Oh my god. Stephen, how do?
Ryanair 11 November Hotel, surface wind is 300 degrees, 12 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff,
Look,
remain on
Stephen's
frequency after departure.
Sorry, Steve.
Exactly for takeoff, remain on frequency, Ryanair 1 on November Hotel.
Tower aircraft Mike, we are detail complete at Broad Meadows.
Echo India, Jude Alpha Mike, that's copied. I have a Ryanair 737 on the takeoff roll, runway 2 at right. Have you got the traffic in sight?
Tower aircraft Mike.
Okay, thank you. That's your traffic. Maintain VFC and you can track towards Keelings. QNH is 1021. And from Keelings, just confirm where you plan to route.
So from
Key links will be going north for Kispala and Old Town.
Mike, just confirm your max operating altitude.
And at above 2,000 feet, Echo Alpha Mike.
Okay, that's got the next. Ryanair 11, November Hotel, report passing 3,000.
We were back with coffee. So I'm waiting to see if I can see this. It's EIJAM, EIJAM. In the meantime, weather update. I don't know, we might make it.
Ryanair 11 November Hotel, thanks for that. You can contact Dublin now 132.58. Bye bye.
258 the Ryanair November Hotel.
James Zone 61 Lima Cadet 2 taxi November 2, line up way to runway 2 right.
Taxi right to line up right, just about 6 Lima.
Mike, just confirm after Old Town, what's your intended or requested routing?
We have Skerries, Balbriggan, and then we'll be routing west, clear of your zone, then to Dunshaughlin before south into Waterford area. Echo Alpha Mike.
Okay, that's great. Thanks for you. Thanks for that. Report Kinsala heading for Old Town.
Done for Old Town, Echo Alpha Mike.
Yes, EIWET.
Gemstone 61 Lima. There'll be a short delay for departure. There is just traffic on the departure track survey flight. Northbound at the moment, VA4, not about 2,000 feet. Just going to wait till he clears the departure track for it.
Our VIP is powered up. Breeze getting mental here now, as you can probably hear. So that little plane was EIJAM survey aircraft. Just to give you an idea. Folks, this is typical. It is moving. Qatar is moving.
Charlie Cadet 2 taxi November 2, line up way to runway 2 right.
I can't use the umbrella, it's too windy. handling this at the moment. Ruby, this is on taxi. We'll try get this and then we are going to call it, yeah.
Thanks a lot. Okay, thanks. Contact Dublin now on 120.755, bye-bye. Dublin 120.755.
It's not me, I'm grand, it's the equipment. Carry, on the way. Tornado. It was. Oh, okay. Little dust-nado.
156 Romeo Charlie, 30 degrees 14 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye-bye. Runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, Romeo Charlie, bye. Shamrock 12 Whiskey Tower, good day, taxi number 1, line up wait, runway 2 right. Number 1, line up and wait, runway 2 right, Shamrock 12 Whiskey.
In advance, I regret nothing. Timestamp for that 14:05. Yeah. Wow. Here we go.
Mike, that's copy, thanks. Just to confirm, you will be distributing inside and outside of the zone for the next comment. We'll do that.
Jerry, get off that, you'll end up like Doherty. I haven't clicked my heels just yet, I'm okay.
Did you off Mike, that's copy, thanks. Amiri 6 Tower, bid 2, taxi November 2, to 40.0, shut up runway 2 right. Taxi hold November 2, 28 right, Amiri 6, good day.
So, this A330, military designation, Qatari Prime Minister on board. It's their VIP A330, call sign Amiri 6. Paul, last seen heading across the Irish Sea. So scary, this is a VIP. It's used by the Emir of Qatar and the Prime Minister of Qatar. Kitted out on the inside, all luxury. crosswinds haven't picked up the way it has. I will be ended as soon as this is gone. Thanks everyone, and I will see you Friday.
Sherman 12 Whiskey Roger, and after departure you can contact Dublin Airport on 120.755. Contact the body 120.755. Sherman 12 Whiskey, thanks for that. Service wind is 290 degrees at 18 knots. Runway 2 right, you're clear for takeoff. Bye bye.
Take off, runway 2 right, Shamrock 12 Whiskey. Stop.
OMG, this one is basically the Amiri Air Force. It's part of their Air Force fleet.
Amiri 6, line up weight, runway 2 right.
Up and wait, 28 right, Amiri 6 heavy.
That's me, don't worry. Stabilize. Have to watch that back now. I don't know how long that was there for before it kind of dissipated in front of us. I am going to mess around after this, folks, because the rain's getting heavy as well. So much appreciated to everyone. And I see it's Friday. We do have strong winds. Oh my god, thought I was dangerous. We do have strong winds forecast for Friday, so we'll cover arrivals if possible. Big shout out to everyone that gifted and our mods, as always. Thank you.
Surface wind is 290 degrees, 17 knots, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, bye bye.
Let's take off 28 right, Amiri 6, bye bye.
Sherman 60 golf, behind the departing Airbus 330, line up runway 2 right behind.
And departing A330, line up runway 2 right, Shamrock 60 golf. Shamrock 60 golf, press.
60 golf.
On departure, it's kind of looks like when we get to 650 feet, if we could maybe turn right, head north, it might suit us better than departure.
Okay, that's copied. Are you happy to accept the index rate due to departure with an early call to the centre?
Yeah, we can do that. Shamrock 60 golf.
Okay, I'll make a call down here so that you know that you will be calling early looking for the deviation.
Thanks very much.
Contact Dublin flight information 118.5. All the best now. Bye bye.
185. Thanks for your help. Go out. Bye.
No problem. See you next time.
Right folks, I'm away. Thank you very much everyone.